Right now on Good Morning Northwest, two separate standoffs in Richland leads to a major SWAT response. We'll tell you how it ended. And the ACLU has raised concerns regarding a potential change in the government structure of the city of Yakima. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5 a.m. on Thursday, February 22nd. We'll check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, I like the sun that we've been getting these past couple of days. Are we going to get more?
We are going to get even more today and tomorrow and going into the weekend, Jessica. So the weather is really going to improve over the next couple of days. We deserve it. It's been dreary, it's been rainy at times, and it's been on the cooler side. So right now, we're taking a live look out of our Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco. Sunrise 6:49 this morning. We are clear with a few clouds out there. We're watching the potential for some patchy fog to develop, but nothing out there as of right now, which that is a good sign. The exception, the Kittitas Valley, where in Ellensburg, visibility is below a quarter of a mile. That is where they do have a dense fog advisory out in effect through this morning. Temperatures are in the upper 30s and they'll continue to drop with partly cloudy skies this morning. It's 38 at Hanford, 39 in the Tri-Cities. We're at 39 in Walla Walla, 38 in Pendleton, and we're at 30 degrees in Yakima. So a little bit colder across our westernmost communities this morning. Here's what you can expect today, a mix of sun and clouds. Highs around 50 degrees in Yakima. Tri-Cities will likely see highs back in the middle 50s, just like we did yesterday, and highs in the lower 50s in Walla Walla. We will get close to 60 in the 7-day forecast. We'll let you know when, and we'll also talk about if you'll be able to see the International Space Station this morning. That's all coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And one person was detained at an active SWAT scene in Richland yesterday evening. Around 4 p.m., SWAT was called to two separate locations in the 2900 block of West Arrowhead Avenue. Multiple agencies assisted in trying to get the suspects out of the houses peacefully by using a PA system. One female was detained and handcuffed at the scene on Arrowhead Avenue, and it's unknown if the suspect with the second scene was detained or arrested. However, an SUV from the second scene was towed away, and it's unknown at this time the cause of the standoff or if anybody was injured. And the ACLU has sent a letter to the Yakima City Council telling them they cannot have a strong mayor form of government. This is due to a previous ruling by a federal court judge. But Yakima Mayor Patricia Byers says their concern is unfounded. According to Byers, the letter they received was in response to an article published by another media outlet last month about council members' support of the strong mayor form of government. But she says questions about a possible change in governing came out of the blue.
Asked different incoming council or council, hey, what do you think about this? But nobody said, hey, I think we need to do this.
Despite that, Byers says the reporting
coming up later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll hear from the ACLU about why this issue is so concerning for them and why they wanted to make sure the council knew where they stood on it. And Police Chief Robert Lehman will be the interim Sunnyside City Manager for the next several months after a vote from the City Council. The council voted to fire former city manager Elizabeth Alba without cause in a heated council meeting earlier this month. With Lehman's appointment, the next step is to find a consulting firm to begin the process of recruiting a new city manager. There are two different proposals at this time, one at $18,500 for a 12-week search and another at $18,000 for a 45-day search.
There was a total of 5 agencies that I reached out to. We have 2 responses. We're waiting on 2, and 1 agency is not taking any additional recruitments at this time.
They are waiting to hear back from those agencies and will be weighing which one to pick at their next meeting. The family of a restaurant owner who died after a robbery and assault at her Milton Freewater business has established a crowd-raising effort to help pay for funeral costs. Shu Yi Wu died Monday after undergoing several hours of brain surgery. Wu owned the Red Tea Garden in Milton Freewater, where she tried to stop the person who had stolen the drawer of cash. The drawer of the cash register, that is, and she was pushed to the ground and hit her head, which resulted in severe injuries. The person has not been caught yet, and Wu was 56 years old and leaves behind 3 children and her husband. If you would like to leave a message for the family or donate to the funeral expenses, we have a link to the GoFundMe on all of our social media accounts, as well as our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. In consumer news, you can take a trip from one wine country to the other out of the Tri-Cities airport as another airline has expanded their service. Yesterday, Avelo Airlines announced it will soon offer nonstop service between Pasco and California's Napa Valley. The new route will end at the Charles M. Schulz Airport in Sonoma County. The service begins May 1st and will operate twice weekly on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Well, I knew that we were performing well in the Avelo system for Burbank, and now they're trying to build a station in Sonoma. So I just assumed with the performance we've shown going to Burbank that we would be a good candidate for new service if they ever built Sonoma up, which they decided to start doing.
Currently, one-way fares start at $62 through the airline's website. Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, there's been an emphasis out in Richland on turning the area into a heart-safe region, and another step was taken towards that yesterday. We'll tell you how they plan to do it, one AED at a time. And looking outside, temperature is 39 degrees. The sunrise this morning is at 6:49. It's getting earlier and earlier every day. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
Are you looking for a new car that's sporty, fun, practical, with great fuel efficiency? Check out the 2024 Kia Forte LXS at Overturf Kia and make a bold impression when you ride in style. Now just $19,999. Plus, get 3.9% interest for up to 48 months. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll get right to the point. It's the extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress.
Madam President, what's that mean for the average American?
It means saving $100 off every $1,000 you spend.
And purple?
With bipartisan support, we've allocated up to $800 off adjustable mattress sets.
And how will the people pay for these so-called savings?
Try 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
When a rookie stunt driver meets the trainer who thought he'd seen it all.
Again.
There's bound to be action. But this is no ordinary blockbuster. It's a Nissan sales event ad, so you better act fast. Don't miss out on impressive President's Day savings.
Let's roll.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Hurry into the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Did you know Ustria Health has 3 full-time board-certified orthopedic surgeons? Pain in your hands, knees, hips, or shoulders can reduce your quality of life. Orthopedic doctors repair bone, joint, ligament, and tendon injuries, which can relieve debilitating pain. Our surgeons treat tendonitis and carpal tunnel, repair broken bones and fractures, and replace painful, worn-out joints, putting you back in motion. Ustria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your health news, we continue to celebrate Heart Month as the Richland Fire Department took another step at making the city a heart-safe region. The Badger Mountain area just got a lot safer after 2 new AEDs were installed yesterday morning. AED stands for Automated External Defibrillator. When someone is believed to be suffering a cardiac emergency, an AED will send a shock to the person's heart that could help it get back into rhythm. Richland Fire Captain Josh Smith says it's crucial that people have access to and know how to use an AED because those first 4 minutes are crucial.
You know, unfortunately, oftentimes paramedics, EMTs, firefighters can't get on scene within 4 minutes. And so it's really important that we place these tools into the hands of our citizens that don't need to be certified to use them. You simply open the cabinet up, grab the AED, open the AED up or turn it on, and you can use that device to save somebody's life before we even arrive sometimes.
Smith says the AEDs will be available for public use 24 hours a day. However, they are trackable if they're removed from their post. Also, a new study finds 42% of adults in the U.S. know at least one person who has died from a drug overdose. And that's according to nonprofit research institute Rand Corporation, which surveyed more than 2,000 people. Among the 42% who know somebody who overdosed, they know an average of 2 people who have died. Experts say one reason overdosing is such a problem is because of fentanyl. It doesn't take much of the drug to kill, and it's showing up in other drugs like cocaine. Many people take it without knowing they're doing so. And Narcan nasal spray can reverse an overdose that's caught before it kills. You can buy it at many pharmacies without a prescription, and some health departments like Washington and organizations give it away at no cost. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we'll be joined by reporter Riley Fitzgerald, who got the chance to speak with the Pasco School District Superintendent about what's coming up this school year and how she's preparing for the opening of 2 more high schools. And looking outside, temperature is 39 degrees if you're just waking up. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. That is right when we come back.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Here are some frequently asked questions we get about Dial-A-Ride services. Is Dial-A-Ride going away? No, it is not. All Dial-A-Ride services to Tri-Cities, Benton City, and Prosser is exactly the same. Are drivers being laid off? No. If you qualify for Dial-A-Ride or want to find out if you qualify for Dial-A-Ride services, call 509-735-0160 or visit bft.org to learn more.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Yeah.
Use this app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
Oh, wow. U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow. Still have 5G here, too. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working. Hey, thanks for the lift.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
We're keeping our holiday sale rolling at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save big this weekend only. For 48 exclusive hours, you'll get special interest-free financing until 2026 with no money down, plus free white glove delivery, and we'll pay your sales tax. Savings like this won't last, so visit your local showroom today, only at More Furniture for less.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
The news you care about most happens close to home.
Families, schools, safety.
We got it covered. Plus, see what's coming and how it will affect you.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
On your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
The President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row has been extended, so there's still time to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out special purchases while they last, plus 6 years, no interest. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. Things are starting to quiet down weather-wise across the region. It has been a gloomy couple of days. Yes, we've seen a little bit of sunshine during the afternoon, but today we're going to see more in the way of sunshine. It's going to be a pretty nice Thursday for you. Right now, we're mainly clear to partly cloudy, depending on where you are. Official sunrise here in Pasco at 6:49. So if you're up with us early on this Thursday, I think there's a good chance if you peek outside, you should be able to see the International Space Station. Now, the exact time that it starts its pass is at 5:36. It lasts 5 minutes, which is a pretty long time for the ISS to pass overhead. Max height that it'll get above the horizon is 45 degrees, so kind of look halfway between the horizon and straight above you. And it'll travel from the west-northwest sky to the east-northeast sky. So if you're up early, you may want to try to check that out. You should also be able to catch Venus and Mars, which are positioned very close to one another this morning. Here, you want to look in the southeast sky between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. Since sunrise is getting earlier and earlier every day, it kind of creates a glare and it's harder to see. So that's why that window is so short. It's only a half an hour, but you should be able to see Venus and Mars since the clouds have cleared out for the most part, which is nice. Now, there is still potential for some fog to develop. We're watching for that, but things are looking really good right now. Where we are seeing the fog, that's across the Kittitas Valley, where visibility has dropped below a quarter of a mile. That's where dense fog advisory is out until 11 o'clock. So if your travels take you in that direction, keep that in mind. Temperatures have dropped into the 30s, 39 in Walla Walla, 39 in the Tri-Cities, 33 in Prosser. Look out toward Yakima. We're below freezing this morning, so a bit colder across the Yakima Valley. Here's our radar and satellite over the past 6 hours or so. We do have that area of low pressure that has brought us the unsettled weather. That continues to weaken as it pushes off to the north. High pressure is starting to build in from the south, and that's going to be the case today. So this ridge of high pressure builds into the Pacific Northwest, keeping us dry and giving us more sunshine. Same story for tomorrow. It'll actually strengthen a little bit, so we keep it mild. More sunshine on your Friday. Now Saturday, this high shifts southward a little bit as we're going to watch another storm system dive out of Canada. But Saturday, we're still going to be dry and mild. That storm system won't start to dive into the U.S. until late Sunday. So until then, enjoy the nice weather. We'll see a few clouds this morning, lots of sunshine this afternoon, and look at your highs today. Similar to what we saw yesterday in the Tri-Cities. We did top out about 54 in the Tri-Cities, but expect more sun today. 51 Hanford, 52 in Prosser, 50 degrees in Yakima, and 52 in Walla Walla. Tonight, we are partly cloudy once again, so waking up tomorrow morning, I think we'll wake up to plenty of sunshine. That's a nice change, isn't it? With temperatures in the low and middle 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, more of the same, partly cloudy, a pretty nice day overall. So your 7-day forecast shows the temperatures will be climbing this weekend, upper 50s, close to 60. Can you believe it? Windy conditions on Sunday with that possibility of rain moving in Sunday night into Monday. Yakima 50 today, middle 50s this weekend with a chance for rain and snow late Sunday night into the day on Monday. Walla Walla and Hermiston will warm it up this weekend and then better chances for rain and snow late Sunday night into Monday. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In education news this week, the Tri-Cities Hispanic Chamber of Commerce held a networking event for Tri-Cities school districts to talk about their plans and goals for the year. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now in studio. Good morning, Riley. So we talked about Kennewick School District yesterday. What are the other school districts up to?
Good morning, Jessica. The State of the School Districts happened on Tuesday, where superintendents from the Kennewick, Richland, and Pasco school districts all met to talk about what's going on within their school districts. I talked with Pasco School District Superintendent Michelle Whitney about the new high schools opening up next fall and some other programs PSD is talking about right now.
So our tagline is, we are Pasco, and that's how we do it.
The Pasco School District's bond passed just more than a year ago, and construction is well underway for the two newest high schools coming to the Tri-Cities. One comprehensive high school and another small innovative high school. The comprehensive high school had a name, but the community reached out and asked the school board to reconsider.
A name is just a name, but it's really the identity that you build around the name that builds culture. So they wanted to see some branding packages for each of the names that were in the finalists. So we did that, and based on those, and then we sent those back out into the community for some additional feedback. And through that process, Sageview by far was the front runner.
The school board took final action to name Sageview High School after last Tuesday's board meeting, following more than 5,500 community members putting in their feedback. Superintendent Whitney says the bond to build these new high schools passed at 60.91%, and the school district wanted to do something to memorialize the community who supported the efforts for a new high school.
The address to our new school will be 6091 as a way to, and I want to thank you, Assistant Superintendent Raul Satal, for working with the city to make that happen for us.
Superintendent Whitney says almost 35% of students in the Pasco School District are English learners. And Pasco has the largest dual language program in the state of Washington.
We are a diverse community, and I think it is what makes Pasco so special. It's like this amazing tapestry of people from all different backgrounds, and as a public school system, then it's important for us to be looking at each individual and what they need out of our system. And
the program goes both ways, both Spanish-speaking students learning English and English-speaking students learning Spanish.
Any student in our district who wants to start the journey to be bilingual can start that journey in kindergarten and be supported in learning language K-12.
According to the school district, there are 182 dual language classrooms in the Pasco School District right now. 8 years ago, it was only in 2 elementary schools, but now it's in all of them but 1. School boundaries are now on the agenda for the school district. This is where PSD wants your input, and you can find that information on our website. We've had a lot of coverage on these topics, especially the 2 new high schools, and you can find that under the Education tab at applevalleyNewsNow.com. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we hear from Dr. Shelley Redinger about the Richland School District projects on the way and more programs. In studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica, I'll send it back.
Thank you, Riley. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, the Tri-Cities is becoming a hub for clean energy, and it may be just in time, as scientists are saying that artificial intelligence can be used to solve a key problem in creating energy through nuclear fusion.
Life is a whirlwind. I wish I could swim. When there's disaster to deal with, who are we?
911, what's your emergency? Help is on the way.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles, with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, get $1,000 bonus cash when you purchase a new Tundra or Tundra Hybrid. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Are you an experienced machinist? We have a job for you. Pasco Machine is hiring now. We offer generous wages, overtime, double time, full medical, paid holidays, and 4-day work schedule. Apply online today at pascomachine.com.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
It was snowing.
Icy, foggy, a mess.
I was driving slow.
I had studs. It was hard to see. I just wanted to get home.
He was sliding right towards me.
Spinning out of control. Slow motion. And then bam!
I got hurt bad.
Hospital bills. Insurance hassles. It was overwhelming.
So I called
Tamaki Law. Tamaki Law. Tamaki Law.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
Here comes the Central Washington Sportsman Show, February 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Sun Dome in Yakima. Come see the giant fishing demo tank, shoot a big one at the 4D Archery Simulator. Check out the Northwest Big Game Display, hunting and fishing seminars, horn and antler competition, and the kids' fishing pond. See all the exhibits, boats, RVs, guides, outfitters, and more at the Central Washington Sportsman Show, February 23rd, 24th, 25th at the Sun Dome in Yakima with free parking.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In some scientific news, scientists say they can use artificial intelligence to solve a key problem in the quest for nuclear fusion energy. Nuclear fusion has been hailed as a near limitless source of clean energy for decades. Experts say it would be a game-changing solution to the climate crisis, but they've only achieved and sustained fusion energy for a few seconds. But many obstacles still remain, including instabilities in the highly complex process. There are a few ways to achieve fusion energy. The most common uses hydrogen variants as an input fuel and raising temperatures to extraordinarily high levels to create plasma. And Wednesday, researchers from Princeton University and the Princeton Plasma Physics Lab reported they found a way to use AI to forecast potential instabilities and prevent them from happening. That sounds pretty cool and very complicated. Well, coming up on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden is considering taking executive action to bar migrants from seeking asylum if they crossed into the U.S. illegally. Also, U.S. officials are warning citizens to stay out of Russia as a California woman faces up to 20 years in prison and she may be used as a bargaining chip.
In today's Tech Bites, a new warning about wearable technology. The FDA says smartwatches and smart rings are not reliable for measuring blood sugar, but the agency says that they can be paired with devices that use needles to measure those levels. The FDA did not name specific brands. Google is sprucing up its sign-in page. The new look is aligned more horizontally to work better with more screens. The page is said to be a more modern look and feel with pretty much the same sign-in steps. The complete rollout is expected to take about 2 weeks. And Apple has added real-time sports scores to the iPhone lock screens. It's part of a new app called Sports. Users can set up their favorite teams and get instant updates while they're playing. Right now, it only works with basketball, hockey, and soccer. Other sports, though, are on the way. Now, personally, I don't want to be reminded that my teams are losing, but this new feature should still score some interest. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes.
So it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And no, I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
Wow. It makes it look like I don't have kids at all.
It's so good. It makes it look like I have magical powers.
With 80% less scrubbing, Mr. Clean Magic Eraser makes cleaning easy. Also available in sheets.
Feeling Claritin Clear is like...
Is she?
Playing with the confidence of a pro and getting all up in that grass as if she doesn't have allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
Back-to-back Super Bowl champions!
The Kansas City Chiefs have won the Super Bowl. And you can get your hands on the official trophy collection, including the Super Bowl t-shirt, hat, and celebration towel. Shop now and get free shipping at NFLshop.com.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, President Biden is looking at the possibility of taking executive action to tighten asylum restrictions as the crisis at the southern border continues. Moscow's arrest of a Los Angeles woman on charges of high treason puts a new spotlight on the challenges imposed by Russia's refusal to recognize almost all dual citizenships. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 5:30 on Thursday, February 22nd. We'll start by checking in on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, I am loving the sun that's been out for the past couple of days. Are we getting more?
We are going to get even more today, Jessica, and that is going to be the case for tomorrow as well. So finally, some nicer weather across the region. It'll be nice to wake up to the sunshine this morning because we are looking at just a few clouds out there, mainly clear in some spots like Pasco, 39 degrees, feeling like 32 with a little bit of a breeze out there, and the sunrise at 6:49 this morning. Now you have a couple minutes until the ISS will pass overhead. So if you're up early with us and you have a little bit of extra time this morning, you may want to take a peek outside. That pass begins at exactly 5:36. That's in about 6 minutes. It'll last 5 minutes, and the maximum height above the horizon the ISS is going to get is 45 degrees. And if you haven't seen this pass overhead, it basically looks like a small white light similar to a plane, but it's brighter and there's no flashing lights like a plane has. So today, 30s this morning, middle 50s this afternoon in the Tri-Cities, plenty of sunshine, starting off below freezing this morning in Yakima, up to 32 at 8, and then highs around 50, and Walla Walla, maybe some fog developing over the next few hours. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty nice day, highs in the lower 50s. What about the weekend? It's even warmer. We'll break it down for you coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to a possible new crackdown on the southern border. Migrant crosses are down in recent weeks, which is typical during the winter months. But there's concern about a spring surge, and now there's word that President Biden could be ready to place new restrictions on asylum seekers. State and local officials from Texas to Colorado to New York have been pleading with the White House for help addressing this issue. ABC's Lionel Moise reports on what could be changing.
This morning, President Biden is considering what's being described as major new action on the border, as more voters in this election year list the migrant crisis among their top concerns. A White House official confirms the potential executive action from the president would place new restrictions on asylum seekers.
One possibility would be to bar migrants from seeking asylum if they cross between U.S. ports of entry. Now, he is considering, I am told, a wide range of options. This is just a possibility. No final decisions have been made.
Asylum seekers could be required to prove they need to remain in the U.S. for reasons such as a medical emergency or fear of torture in their home country. The new action, if taken by the president, could put him at odds with his own party. Some Democrats compare such a crackdown to Trump-era policies, but critics say the influx of migrants, which includes a growing number of people from China and other countries, poses a national security risk. Meanwhile, in Texas, where resources are stretched thin, new legal action. The state's attorney general is now suing the Catholic nonprofit Annunciation House, which shelters migrants in El Paso, accusing the organization of human smuggling. Annunciation House says it's helped hundreds of thousands of refugees over the last 4 decades, saying if the work that Annunciation House conducts is illegal, so too is the work of our local hospitals, schools, and food banks.
It is a national issue, and it should be dealt with as a national issue and not just simply your border communities.
As for President Biden and any possible new action, the White House says there won't be any true reform until there's action from Congress. And House Republicans recently killed a bipartisan border security deal. And U.S. officials are warning Americans in Russia to get out and stay out after the arrest of a California woman with dual U.S.-Russian citizenship. 33-year-old esthetician and dancer Ksenia Karolina faces up to 20 years in a Russian prison. She's accused of treason. Her employer says the allegation is that she gave just over $50 to an American charity that supports Ukraine. But experts say Russia's real focus is using her as a bargaining chip.
And I remember the last hour before all of this happened was she was so excited and relieved that nothing is wrong and she can go home. And it was a Friday morning in Russia, which means it was Thursday night here. I went to bed and I woke up the next morning and I never heard back from her.
Already, Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested trading American journalist Evan Gershkovich for a Russian hitman serving a life sentence in Germany. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a report from the U.S. Labor Department is showing that food has not eaten up this much of Americans' income in 30 years. We take a look at the data next. And looking outside, temperature is 39 degrees. That sunrise is at 6:49 this morning. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. That is coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Before you head for the slopes, catch the Apple Valley News Now Northwest Ski Report. It's on air during weather, online at applevalleyNewsNow.com or on our mobile app. The Northwest Ski Report from Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Schweitzer Mountain Resort in Sandpoint, Idaho.
Now is the perfect time to get a big deal on a brand new Honda. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means deals on Pilot, on CR-V, on HR-V, on Accord, on Civic, and the rest of the Honda lineup. And right now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% APR financing on the Honda Pilot or HR-V. But don't wait. For big deals on America's best brand, hurry into your Southeastern Washington Honda dealer today.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good, you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Find your way home in a new Forester for only $349 a month from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
A restful sleep awaits at an incredible value at Sleepmore inside More Furniture. Get this 10-inch foam or hybrid mattress and pair it with this state-of-the-art Sealy adjustable base for only $9.99. Or upgrade to the 12-inch foam or hybrid mattress with the same base for only $11.99. Both mattresses have cooling features and a layer of memory foam to give the support you need and ensure your best night's sleep. This limited time offer is available only at Sleepmore inside More Furniture for less.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Next DT, Zendaya takes her style tour de force to Seoul, South Korea.
I feel incredibly lucky.
Plus,
hi, I'm Raven Simone, and this is my ET Retrospective.
Next DT.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
There's new insight into just how expensive food has become. We haven't seen grocery prices like this in 3 decades. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
This morning, rising food prices are taking a bigger bite out of household budgets. The Wall Street Journal reports Americans have not spent this much on food in 30 years. In 1991, consumers spent 11.4% of their income on food, and today the latest data shows that figure at 11.3%.
Egg prices were back up again. Meat products also saw some big jumps. Also, carbonated beverages, soda prices jumped a lot. Things that we all enjoy where prices are still jumping.
Overall, inflation has cooled in the past 2 years, but grocery costs are stubbornly high. Experts blame several factors, including higher labor costs and record low cattle numbers driving up the cost of beef and steak.
In some cases, it's strong demand. In other cases, a limited supply. Other cases, weather events. It's a mixed range of factors that are driving the price increases.
Grocery prices rose 1.2% last month compared to the same time last year, but the cost of eating out in restaurants surging much higher by more than 5%. The good news, analysts expect some relief in the coming months.
While prices are rising for food, they're rising at a much slower rate than they were a year ago or 2 years ago, and I would expect that to continue.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
California is the state with the highest food prices. Households there spend an average of $298 per week on groceries, and Wisconsin was the most affordable. Also in business news, union membership is at an all-time low, but strike activity is alive and kicking. According to the Labor Department, 2023 saw 33 major strikes involving more than 450,000 workers. That's the most in more than 2 decades. Some of those strikes included Hollywood screenwriters and actors and workers at all 3 Detroit automakers. A strong labor market empowered workers to demand and win massive pay increases. They had also reached a boiling point after years of stagnant wages while executive compensation soared. Even last year's surge in strike activity was still much less than in the 1940s and 50s, when millions of workers walked off the job each year. The National Labor Relations Board ruled that Home Depot broke a labor law when it fired an employee with Black Lives Matter messaging on his apron. The employee, Antonio Morales, said he refused to remove BLM messaging from the company's work apron. Morales was one of several workers that wrote BLM on their work aprons. This took place at a Home Depot in New Brighton, Minnesota, a suburb of Minneapolis, where police killed George Floyd. The Labor Board ruled that the writing on the aprons was a protected, concerted activity to protest the racial injustice that took place at the store from August 2020 to February 2021. It also ruled that Morales must be reinstated and reimbursed for any lost earnings. And Home Depot said in a statement it disagrees with the decision. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, jury selection began yesterday in the trial of the armorer for Alec Baldwin's movie Rust, who's charged with involuntary manslaughter and evidence tampering related to the on-set death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. And looking outside, temperature is still 39 degrees. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona lets us know what we can expect today and later this week. That is in your first Alert Full forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
Ben Franklin Transit is hiring safety-oriented coach operators. Become a crucial part of the Tri-Cities community and provide a vital service to our riders. Get out from behind a desk and experience a workday that keeps you moving. Enjoy CDL training, comprehensive benefits, and generous paid time off. When you're driving for Ben Franklin Transit, You're part of a growing team of community-oriented professionals. Apply now to join the Ben Franklin Transit team.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
7 years ago is a pretty great way to start a speech. But if it's also the age of your furniture, it might be time for a home refresh. During the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and check out special purchases while they last. Plus 6 years, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. But hurry, the extended President's Day Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
It's a most unusual museum.
Just as wonderful as the inside is the views you can get from the outside.
High on a hill over the Columbia Gorge.
What I really love about it is the people who come.
Fly the Northwest over the Maryhill Museum. Apple Valley News Now at 6, Tuesday.
Sterling K. Brown, Danielle Brooks, Coleman Domingo.
So much talent.
Our night with the MVPs of award season. Then Joe Manganiello's dream TV gig.
I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Hope everyone is having a good start to their day. The weather should put you in a good mood today because we will see more in the way of sunshine. I know we've all been waiting for this after the weather's been pretty dreary and rainy at times. So right now we're taking a look outside of our Dust Devils sky cam in Pasco. Official sunrise 6:49. Getting earlier and earlier, and those sunsets getting later and later each and every day. Now, we are looking at clear visibility this morning, and you can see that on our satellite imagery. There are a few clouds just to the west of Prosser and Hermiston. Also, some cloud cover has now pushed east of Walla Walla and Dayton. That means we're mainly clear, and if you didn't catch the ISS a couple minutes ago, well, you still could catch 2 planets this morning, and I want to show you that visibility map to show you that we're doing just fine. No fog as of right now, the exception up across the Kittitas Valley in Cle Elum and also Ellensburg. But if you're up already and you're going to be getting ready for work this morning, getting the kids ready for school, if you have time, take a peek outside between 6 and 6:30. Look across the southeast sky because you should be able to spot Venus and Mars. Venus is going to be the brightest planet out there. Mars much dimmer, but they're going to be located very close to one another. So a cool treat. If you can't get out there this morning, you should be able to get out there tomorrow morning as well, as we should remain mainly clear during the overnight hours. Temperatures right now in the 30s, so it is a chilly start. It's colder across the Yakima Valley, where we're down to 30 degrees, 36 at Hanford, 39 Connell, 39 in the Tri-Cities, 38 in Pendleton, and 39 in Walla Walla. Here's the weather pattern over the next couple of days. It is going to change. We have a ridge of high pressure, which is building into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to keep us dry. It's going to give us more sunshine and keep temperatures above average for this time of year. Today, tomorrow. Now on Saturday, we'll see a dip in the jet stream. That high shifts a little bit farther south, but we're still dry. We're still mild with plenty of sun. Sunday is when we'll start to see our next storm system dive into the upper Midwest, or upper Pacific Northwest, I should say, as it moves in from Canada. And that's going to bring us another chance for rain, maybe even some snow and some colder weather. But we don't have to worry about that today. We'll enjoy the sunshine this afternoon. We'll enjoy those temperatures in the middle 50s, similar to what we saw yesterday in the Tri-Cities, but a touch milder along the foothills of the Blues, where we will stay dry today. 52 in Walla Walla, 53 at Toppenish, 50 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, a couple of clouds out there. Temperatures will drop into the low and middle 30s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll do it all over again. Plenty of sunshine with high temperatures climbing into the low and middle 50s. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're warming up as we head into the weekend. Sunday will be a windy and mild day. The chance for showers in the Tri-Cities really doesn't arrive until late Sunday night into early Monday. Yakima 50 today, low and middle 50s into the weekend. We could see some rain and snow showers late Sunday night into the day on Monday, and it stays pretty breezy into much of next week. Walla Walla 52 today, 53 tomorrow, mid-50s this weekend with a chance for rain and snow going up late Sunday into Monday. Same story for Hermiston. We will be cooling things down as we head into early next week with those temperatures dropping back down into the 40s. Here is your here is your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Mountain, I should say. All is quiet there as we look at the base. It is a pretty shot early this morning before the sun rises. And here's the forecast brought to you by Schweitzer. For today, 29 degrees. We will see possibly a little bit of rain early. They saw about a dusting of snow overnight, but it is going to be on the chilly side, 29 degrees at Schweitzer Mountain. Ski Bluewood, if you're headed there today, not quite as cold, 38 degrees. They didn't see any new snow over the past 24 hours, but they could see more snow this weekend. Same goes for White Pass, 37 today. They actually picked up 2 inches of fresh power over the past 24 hours. Highs today around 37 degrees. We'll show you that weekend forecast at your 7-day coming up over the next hour. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. In entertainment news, the trial of Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the armorer on the set of the Alec Baldwin film Rust, started yesterday. She loaded the gun that Baldwin was rehearsing with when it fired a live round, killing the cinematographer, and has been accused of criminal negligence for her handling of weapons on the set. Laura Aguirre has more on this case as jury selection begins, a case watched closely since the film star could face trial on the same charge later this year.
I'm the armor, or at least I was.
That's Hannah Gutierrez-Reed with Santa Fe, Mexico deputies shortly after the deadly on-set shooting of Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins in 2021. Gutierrez-Reed was the film's armorer and is now charged with involuntary manslaughter and evidence tampering. She has pleaded not guilty.
She came in here and went across her chest. And it came out the back and it went into her.
The bullet also wounded director Joel Souza, who was standing near Hutchins. Now the jury that will determine Reed's fate is being selected in a Santa Fe courthouse Wednesday. New Mexico's Health and Safety Bureau says as the armorer, Gutierrez-Reed was responsible for all storage, handling, and maintenance of the firearms and ammo on set. According to investigators, live rounds were found on the scene, commingled with dummy rounds.
So if that's the case, then who commingled them?
Actor and Rust producer Alec Baldwin was holding the prop gun that killed Hutchins. He too has pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter and could face trial later this year. The film's assistant director, David Halls, handed Baldwin the weapon.
When the guy hands me the gun and says we have a cold gun on set, that means the gun is empty. I pulled the hammer all the way back without locking it, and the gun went off.
Halls was convicted of negligent use of a deadly weapon last year. Prosecutors say Gutierrez-Reed's trial will focus on lax safety protocols during the filming of Rust, while Gutierrez-Reed's attorney insists his client is being unfairly prosecuted. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Several Rust crew members are included on the state's and defense's list of witnesses who may be called to testify during the anticipated 2-week trial. The defense's witness list also includes Gutierrez-Reed's father, Thel Reed, an armorer and movie consultant. Baldwin has not been listed as a potential witness by either side in the trial. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it turns out the library isn't just a place to borrow books. When we get back, we'll take a look at some of the other things public libraries are offering and how it could save you a bit of cash.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world. So much at stake at the start of every morning.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning America. We want you to know every morning.
We're right here, and we got you.
We're keeping our holiday sale rolling at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save big this weekend only. For 48 exclusive hours, you'll get special interest-free financing until 2026 with no money down, plus free white glove delivery, and we'll pay your sales tax. Savings like this won't last. So visit your local showroom today, only at More Furniture for Less.
At Goodwill, we're more than just a store. We believe in the power of community. Our devoted team of employees, working hand in hand with local business partners, unite to create opportunities for all. Within Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program that assists job seekers in crafting resumes, preparing for interviews, and grants access to community resources and information. We're not just building careers, we're building bridges that strengthen our community.
Goodwill, where your purchases and donations transform your community.
Welcome to Chris's Recovery Shop.
Is your boat upholstery starting to look worn or has tears? From tops to seats to panels, we have you covered. Do you own a business and need repairs to seats or furniture? From agricultural to restaurant, we have you covered. Got a classic car that needs a little interior TLC? From seats to armrests and panels, we have you covered here too.
Chris's Recovery Shop in Yakima,
where we keep a good thing going.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
You are the new captain of Station 19. I know how it feels to be passed over, but I need to know that we're a team.
Buckle up.
I am all in.
I want to love you back.
I'm gonna be the best damn captain this station has ever seen.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
World News Tonight with David Muir, twice each day. Apple Valley News Now.
Good morning. We're taking a look at our close to home forecast, and it's shaping up to be pretty nice today. Highs are up 50 degrees this afternoon in Yakima, a little bit cooler in Ellensburg and Cle Elum, where we are starting off with some patchy dense fog. 51 degrees for your high temperature in Sunnyside, and as we look a little bit farther to the south and east across the Columbia Basin, 54 in the Tri-Cities, 51 at Hanford, 52 Prosser, 54 degrees in Hermiston, and 49 in Connell. A little bit farther east along the foothills of the Blues, we have temperatures that will likely top out in the low to middle 50s out there, and we will continue to warm as we head into the upcoming weekend. That full forecast is coming up. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And there's nothing more exciting than meeting someone who checked out your book at the library, or so I've heard. But these days, a growing number of public libraries are lending out more than books. It's a trend that's picking up steam all over the country and could probably save you a lot of money. Here's ABC's Danny New with more.
I've never seen so many books in all my life.
Cute intro.
You like it?
It's wonderful.
But does it come with a power washer?
Air compressor. Let's do the air compressor.
Here at the Hoboken Public Library in New Jersey, Director Jenny Pooh has helped this facility become one of the latest across the country to open a library of things. At this location, you could check out a telescope, an air quality monitor, and, oh yeah, an electric pressure washer.
Living in an urban area where you don't have a lot of space to store things, you know, wouldn't it be great if I can just borrow, say, a knife sharpener, use it once, and then I can just return it? That's where the genesis of this all came from.
She says games and kitchen appliances have been very popular, and as long as you got a library card here, you can check out these items for 14 days. Looking around at the Library of Things in Levittown, New York. You can take out an 8mm Super 8 film scanner. In Orange County, Florida, you could borrow a crochet kit and make some mittens for those frigid Florida winters. And in Baltimore, you can check out something called an adventure kit, which comes with a compass, magnifying glass, and binoculars.
I'm going on an adventure! adventure.
But perhaps the most cost-effective library of things selection of all. At a library in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, you can actually borrow antique wedding gowns, which could save you a couple grand on a purchase you usually only wear once.
They did not have this when I was a kid. I wish I had all these things. Well, coming up in our next hour of Good Morning Northwest, 2 separate standoffs in Richland yesterday leads to a major SWAT response. We'll tell you how this ended. And the ACLU has raised concerns regarding a potential change in the government structure of Yakima. Also, meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.